Hi, folks. I didn't update the Go Live notification. I forgot. I mean, I always forget, but like, this is a particular bad forget because it's like extra life, and it's like that's not what this is. This is breakfast stream. They changed the ability to do it on the phone, which is really upsetting. Really upsetting. I don't know why they did that. Like it used to be able that you could do it on from the app, and now you can't. And I don't know why they would do that. It's very upsetting. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to breakfast stream. I feel like I fixed the camera, and now I'm like looking at it, and I'm like.
Because Sagan opened that.
Well, I wasn't talking about the exposure. Oh. Yeah, this is fine. Welcome to downstairs is right. This is downstairs. Oh God. Immediately after this, everything is going back upstairs. And
Everything was still downstairs last night, and
Yeah.
Steven's like, I'll do it in the morning. And then this morning he was like, oh God, no. So we decided to do breakfast stream down here.
Well, what happened was, yes, everything she said. I walked out here and I was like, this will be easy. Because I had moved the camera upstairs already, and I was like, cool, all I gotta do is move the lights and the computer and the cables and the stream deck. And suddenly I was like, wait, how would I do it down here?
Peach Macaron says, we don't have Peggy watching over us. Oh, but we do.
She's always there. It's probably very scary, like if you didn't know she was there before, like, oh crap, she is there. Anyway, yeah, this is like a similar setup though. Like it's not terribly difficult for us to to do it down here when everything was set up, but like it required a few extra things. But I think it's probably good. But yeah, we're still recovering. We're still recovering a little bit. It's gonna take a few days, and I'm not even like fully up here.
Yeah. We went to eat Sunday night, and we all just kind of were very quiet.
Breakfast.
It's breakfast. So Extra Life went well. Brandon asked if it was the longest Extra Life stream. No. No, actually. I don't think it's the longest one. But it's in the same realm as all of them, because it was 20 hours, and most of them are around like 20 hours. And I think there was one before that was a little longer. But they're all about the same. That is like a very average Extra Life. That last year's Extra Life was considerably shorter because the computer died. So, and the Digital Nugget asks, how much did you raise? What we know of is 47,500. But we've been told that we're going to be getting a real number soon. Like by next breakfast stream, by Thursday, we should know a real number, because there were thousands of dollars lost.
They're there. They're just kind of
Extra Life
floating in a cloud.
Yeah, Extra Life / to the Children's Hospital has the money, but it never got to us. Like, we never saw the donations. We never saw the messages. Because of that, we could never put that towards games. That was all a bit of a mess. But the money will end up going to the hospital. Is just like the whole thing was it was a bit of a pain. But they also get attacked.
Yeah.
So they also get attacked. Yeah. Anyway, we did it. We did it. So, I'm happy. Also, 8th year, 8th place. the I don't know. There's a word I probably need. The things converge.
Yes.
Neat. Anyway,
Boys, don't fight.
One of the things I was thinking about, which I thought was a fun little tidbit. I might tweet this at some point if I remember to do it. But while I have it on my mind, between last year and this year, there was like 110, that we know of, like 110,000 at least raised. And what I was thinking about is the fact that like the GameCube collection, like, ended up creating or participating in generating that revenue for the hospital. And I was like, what a good GameCube collection you are. And as a result, I wanted to thank everyone who sent in GameCube games, because there was probably almost half of the collection that we ourselves didn't get. They were provided by viewers and people that send in games to mail. And you also should feel a part of the celebration for Extra Life both years, because like all of that money, that $100,000+ like was contributed by you as well. So I wanted to say that before I forget, because like that's a big thing. Like trying to one of the appeals of Extra Life, and one of the reasons that we can be in the top 10 and generate so much revenue is, one, we have a very generous community, and then number two, I think that we have a really interesting show. I think that the way that we do Extra Life matters, and the appeal of being able to play any game from a system is one of the reasons that it does well. And collecting for a system is really hard. So thank you to everyone who sent in GameCube games in the past, few years, because we needed the help, to be honest. Yeah, we need the help for Wii now too, because we're at just about a third. We have a third of the Wii games. So trying to collect the other 2/3 in a year is going to be a journey. It's going to be a journey. Anyway, so how's everyone doing?
Shout out to mods too.
Shout out to mods also. Shout out to all our mods who did an amazing job. And I saw you, and I saw your presence, and I appreciate it. And then shout out especially, specifically, to both Brandon and Fossix, who were here basically all day. Brandon actually being here until hours where human beings don't sleep. You're both wonderful. Thank you. And all the mods are wonderful. And thank you for making the event as successful as it was. Because seriously, like, and after the event, like, me and Mao and Dan and Chaz, like, we just talked about this and how things went smoothly. And it's such a weird year because, like, things went more smoothly on our end than ever before.
Yeah.
Things were just like...
Yeah.
And, of course, that's the year where on Extra Life's end, everything explodes. And I'm like, well, that's fun. But, like, seriously, like, I feel like we get better at what we're doing each year. But this year specifically, like, everything was just on point. And one of the reasons I think that worked so well, and one of the reasons the mods did so good too, is that this was the first year where there's been a year's experience of being a mod, not just on Twitch, but being a mod for this specific community on Twitch. I think that makes sense. Because like last year, we had just started streaming when Extra Life happened for like a month. And the community was still getting its feel for what it was going to be like. And the mods were still getting a feel for, like...
excuse me.
Is there a fight happening?
There's a fight happening in this part.
You know, still getting a feel. The mods are still getting a feel for like how the community was going to react and respond, and like a year makes a huge difference. Now Mal and I are really comfortable with doing breakfast stream and like what comes along with that.
Is that too much light?
Mal deciding to just adjust my exposure how it should be like. No, open it because I'd rather the cats not fight. Welcome to real light, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens. Hold on.
They're fighting in the curtain because they can't see out the window at the same time, even though there's plenty of room.
Hold on. I'll fix it. Give me a sec.
Also, the show command. Were you saying that?
I hadn't gotten to that part because it was important that you stop a fight, but yeah, I mean, there, that looks good. How's that? That's even better, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to say that that's fine.
Can I have a banana bread?
Yes. I'm also going to slightly... Sorry, these things bother me. Level that another human being will never fully understand. Just need to lower this a little bit. Wonderful. Sorry, framing is so important in my brain, and all of my schooling kicks in and kicks me in the head. And I'm like, nope, this is where eye lines go. But yeah, the other thing that was new, besides roulette was like our new feature, but it wasn't even the thing that helped the most in the stream. The thing that helped the most in the stream was actually the addition of Chaz's show command, which was also the mod's responsibility, and they did great. And the reason was so important is because, yeah, the roulette is exciting, but between games there is dead time where like you're reading donations, but there's nothing particularly visual, and the show command was basically linked everything together where there was no reason to leave your screen. From the time we started at noon to the time we ended at whatever time that was, almost 8 a.m., like there was not a reason to leave your screen. There was always going to be something to see. Like Jam said, there's stuff all the time. It was amazingly paced, and like that wasn't even something I'd really thought of. It was just I knew I wanted there to be, you know, to show fan art, and mods took care of that, and they did an amazing job. And because of that, it just
everyone who made the art and the memes, they were amazing.
Yeah, and I was not expecting memes, honestly. Like I hadn't considered that whenever I was like, yeah, we'll make sure that we show the fan art on the stream. And once the memes started coming in, I was like, oh, this is great, because I hadn't even considered it. And it's a really good way because some people are not artistically inclined, that they can contribute to the overall
and make
experience.
people laugh about it.
Exactly, and it was great. It was great. And like Brandon said, there was a huge surplus because at times there was like a ton of tweets and fan arts to show. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I was happy with the event, and obviously, you know, with all of the things that happened on Extra Life side, like it sucks. I think things are going to be changing for next year.
On their end.
Like I think things are going to be changing on their end because there was issues leading up to the event. There were times people would go to log into the site and it would turn into French. And there was downtime like leading up to things. I talked a little bit about it in some of the vlogs coming up, and I won't talk about it too much here, but I think that Extra Life has some growing pains. Like I think that there's some infrastructure changes that they could make. And like, don't get me wrong, they got attacked, and that sucks. But separate from that, I think that there's some changes they need to make on their end to better facilitate the ever-increasing number of people that are doing this. And one of the big changes this year was that there were so many brands. There were so many brands that were on board for their event. And the brands came in hard. Magic the Gathering is the #1 contributor to Extra Life this year with hundreds of thousands of dollars. And like when you have that, it's gonna be there's going to be a lot of people and there's going to be a lot of donating, and you have to make sure that your systems are prepared for that. So, yeah. Like Brandon says, separate from the DDoS, the week before the event, if you were in the EU, you basically couldn't even use the website, which is true. So, yeah. I'm hopeful that this year was a wake-up call for like, oh, we're big now. We have to expand, to let things get big, get bigger. So,
yeah.
Mega Melee Plus said, did you officially decide on doing the week before like you mentioned? Do you need more time? I'm not going to make any official call right this second, but we did decide as a group that there is never a chance in hell we will ever stream on game day again. It's always going to be like a week before, a week after, any day but that day, because, this has happened before. You breathe bad.
Sometimes I just breathe when I drink, and it just...
Yeah, that's not when you're supposed to breathe.
I know that.
I know. I'm sorry.
I just do.
I know. So yeah, we're hopeful that things will be changing next year, but we're gonna do our part by doing it on a different day. It has happened before. There's been times where Extra Life themselves have just could not handle the load, and there's also been times they've had DDoS attacks.
That one was the server they were using. It wasn't attacking them.
Yeah. But I mean, still,
yeah.
they were a victim of that by association. So, like, all things considered, this has happened before, and this is one of those things where we're like, well, we see what's happening, and we're just going to do our own thing, and we'll just do it a different day. So, the charity itself is still great.
Yeah.
And the work that they're doing and allowing others to do is wonderful. But we got to do everything we can and put it into our own hands to help. So.
And there is a tour video. Brandon posted it for our hospital.
Yeah, if you're interested in seeing that. So. All right, I'm gonna have to pick a spot here because
a lot of those are from.
Yeah, there were people that subscribed during Extra Life, and if you did, I sincerely appreciate it, and I hope that you had a lot of joy out of having like emotes and stuff during the event. I will not be reading those subs, but I want you to know that we saw and we appreciated that during the event. So, thank you. So I'm gonna have to pick a point to start. So I'm gonna just pick it up here. This was 14 hours ago, which seems relatively recent. And that was from Paint Chipper. He resubscribed for 2 months, or they resubscribed for 2 months. Yay, 2 months. I always enjoy the content you guys make. Glad Extra Life went well, even though we don't know the actual final total, but it's still great to see you sing, dance, and play Chicken Little. Keep up the great work. Also, I wanted to say, on that note, because Twitch Baby... Whoa, that was a brain disconnect. I literally was trying to say the words Chicken Little. Oh my god. Woo! That was frightening.
Have more coffee.
Yeah, hold on. My favorite GameCube game, Twitch Baby. My favorite Disney film, Twitch Baby. Chicken Little. Christ almighty. Chicken Little freaked me out a little bit because of the copyrighted content. Like, separate from Avatar: The Last Airbender's intro and some of the Bratz movie and all the karaoke we did. But...
Twitch Baby.
Knock on wood, there has been none of the VOD muted. So... if you are interested in catching up on some of the event that you haven't seen, you're more than welcome to wait for YouTube. Almost everything, I'm sure, is going to be intact. Like 99% of the stream will be intact. But I highly suspect we'll probably have to do a few changes for the YouTube version. And if that may not matter to you, which is completely fine, because, again, the stuff that would be changing is very, very minute. But right now, on Twitch, completely mute-free, the entire thing exists. So maybe it'll stay unmuted. That would be cool. But maybe it won't. So while it's not muted. If there's any parts you missed, or specifically like you want to watch the karaoke sections or whatever, I'd actually
Suggest doing that.
I would suggest just doing it on Twitch. Like, you don't have to watch the whole thing, but like maybe the karaoke sections.
Chicken Little.
Yeah. Well, if you care about the cutscenes, I'm like screaming over them, so you probably doesn't matter. But they will be out on YouTube in December. So we've got all of November covered because Link's Awakening is done and has covered that. But after Link's Awakening, we're going to replace it with the Extra Life VODs. Try to get those out soon.
So you can get the vlogs work done.
Yeah. So I can use that time to I'll knock on wood again. This is wood now. Try and get everything completely caught up.
And you're halfway through China.
I am. And I'm not anywhere halfway near through these alerts.
Go ahead.
We also had subscriptions from Kimarivi, Jaminsvan, Trexel6. Thank you all. 400 bits from Yvette, who says, Ni hao. I've added Mandarin to my collection of languages I've studied, or at least tried. Among Latin, German, French, Spanish, Korean, and American Sign Language, enjoy your Si-Bai-Si Shi-Bits. Si-Bai-Shi-Bits. Si-Bai-Si Shi-Bit. Well, it's a tonal language. It's very hard.
Si-Bai-Shi Bits. It helps if I do the hands.
Does it help if you do the hands?
It does.
Okay. Thank you for that. Also, Quindamir said, did Steven do a breakfast tweet? No. It's going to take a few days for my brain to get back. I'll do it right now. I will do it live, and that's fine. We're relaxed. We're downstairs. Therefore relaxed. Here, I'll take a photo. There. Okay. What's happening? Breakfast stream. Breakfast stream is
happening
now. Thank you for the reminder. I meant to do this, but we didn't go live until like 3 minutes before, and if you were wondering, I wonder if that's because they're crazy and like things are a little nuts. The answer was yes.
People are calling for beans. Beans.
Not even particularly early beans today, but yeah, beans. They working? They are working. Okay. I gotta update beans. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. These are going to be slightly old beans.
Stale beans.
Slightly stale beans. Try and get the beans updated for Thursday. But thank you to all of our patrons. And actually, on that note, I just released a Patreon video, like this morning, right before breakfast stream. So to all of our patrons, there's a new Patreon video that goes, that covers the last month, goes pretty into detail about some Extra Life stuff, and also other things on my mind, things that are coming up. So that's out now. And for anyone who's been interested in Patreon, that's out. So if you're waiting on that is a monthly perk that we do, and that just came out. Normally they come out a little bit sooner, but since Extra Life was happening, it was a little difficult to facilitate that.
He's warm.
Yeah, he is. All right, let me continue on this journey. We got 11 months from the Great Ass Fairy, almost a year. Holy moly! Send Kepi and Sega my love. Love's been sent.
He's going back.
Kepi's in a window. We'll have to send that love later. We got 7 months sub from Rocktron LP. 7 months of crunch. Except today, I've been feeling a little like. Nyeh. I've actually been
kind of feeling jet lag. Like that's what. That's kind of how this feels.
I feel that way too, but also I've been very sick on my stomach for like 4 days, and I'm not sure what was up. Surprisingly, was fine the entire day of Extra Life, like 20 hours straight, and I did not have to go to the bathroom, which is incredible. But the day before I was super sick, and every day following I've been terribly sick. And I'm like, well, I'm glad I wasn't sick the day of. Just don't know what's going on. Renee Moss says, too much cake. I'm surprised that some other people weren't sick because they consumed a lot of cake.
They might have been.
Chaz helped us finish that cake. I've had 2 pieces of that cake. I cut it into 24 pieces. I've had 2.
I feel like I've had like 4 or 5.
I feel like most people had like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Chaz
has no
regrets. There's only 2 slices left, and I've only had 2. So I'm like, yeah, people ate up that cake. For what it was worth, that cake was delicious.
It was delicious.
And shout out and thank you to all of the people who made that a reality. I know that they know who they are, and I know some of them are definitely here. So thank you. Cake was a heck of a surprise. Mm-hmm. I was thinking, why is Lindsay at my door? What is that? Oh my God, it's a cake. What is on that cake? Oh my God, it's from the gang. It was a fun surprise too. Delicious surprises are the best ones. 14 months from BC 2014 says, can't stick around this morning, so I'll be catching the VOD, but I hope you've had a good start to the day. You all did great on Saturday. BC, thank you. Thank you for that. We got a 13-month sub from ComCody20. Cody, thank you for that. 5 months from Sorry D-Pain. How does one measure time spent with their online grandparents? You measure it with your heart.
In Werther's.
Yeah. The correct way is to put 1 Werther in a blender every day, and then you turn it into a liquid, and you put it into a beaker, and the higher the liquid gets in the beaker, the more quality time was spent. Or you could do like addition, like how many days. Anyway, 9 months. That's a Twitch baby. That's a Chicken Little. From K Carbon, Triple Plus. Also, I know this won't make any sense to anybody here, but yo, brother, my name is Nikolai. I like to punch people on the streets, rob them, smacka. I mean, it does not make any sense to me, but you are welcome to say it. Congrats on the Chicken Little. Another Chicken Little from a vet. Triple Plus. Sad I missed Extra Life, but excited to watch VODs on YouTube. And as a reminder, for anyone who came in just a little bit late and saw my tweet, the entire stream right now is on Twitch. Also, it's been made into a highlight too, so it's a permanent video. So it's on there. And I did that. I didn't really plan to do that, but once I saw that it was completely unmuted and was one chunk, I was like, highlight. If this is gonna stay this way, I'm just gonna keep this here forever. 5 months from 8Draft8s. Morning, Grandpa. Sorry I couldn't be there for most of Saturday, but you guys did great despite the difficulties. Looking forward to the VODs. Thank you. Thank you.
Chaz was calling out your food habits and how you have to have a meal
Here?
He was in chat.
I just have opinions about what is food versus what is a meal. It's different. I'm not getting into that. 300 bits from Paint Chipper, who says, great job in Extra Life. Hopefully the actual title is known soon. Can't wait for next year's Extra Life. And yeah, we were told that it's going to be like a day or 2. And I've also been reached out to by the hospital coordinator, who sent me an email the other day.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard.
Sorry.
Okay.
She sent me an email and just thanked us for what we had done for the hospital, and asked us if we knew about how much we were missing. And I was like, well, we don't really have a number. We only know what our chat basically told us.
Yeah.
Like if they had sent in a donation. I was like, but we are estimating we're missing probably a few $1,000s, most likely. But that we would probably have an actual total pretty soon. So I'm guessing that we probably were somewhere around $50,000.
Yeah.
So, and again, that sucks because that is 20,000. Because we were aiming for 70, should have been able to hit it, and that's 20,000 potential dollars that doesn't go to charity. And when you start figuring in all of the other people that were playing and the money that those missed out for their hospitals, that adds up to a lot. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the reasons, especially now that brands are on board. Like, I think there's going to be huge changes in Extra Life's infrastructure and precautions and all this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I think next year will feel almost like a completely different event. And we'll do it a different day. Good keyboard with a great high-quality keyboard. 10 months from Yuki Mizuno. Thank you, Yuki. 4 months from the YOLP. Thank you both. We got 1,000 bits from Am in Iowa. Cheers to the mods during the Extra Life stream. Cheers to Grandma and Grandpa, Chaz and Dan for a wonderful stream. Thank you, Iowa. We really gave it our all, and like I said earlier, like, from our end, Extra Life issues notwithstanding, like, holy crap, I felt like it was a good show.
Yeah, we had fun.
It was a good show. The worst show was 2016. 2017. 2017 was the worst show. 2019 was the best show, and all the other ones fall somewhere in between. I only have a hard spot in my heart for 2017 because I didn't listen to Chaz.
Did you learn your lesson then?
I did.
Now you listen to Chaz?
I did.
For most things?
2017 wasn't the worst. I know, they were all great events. The reason I say 2017 specifically is because that was the year that Chaz was like, you need Dan there to read donations. And I was like, no, we got it. And the amount of downtime between things was... we got through only 14 games. As a comparison, in 2017, we got through 14 games. On Saturday, we did 25. So, you know, let that sink in. But they were being played for 30 minutes in both occasions. That's how much downtime there was. So, like, yeah. Or was it 26? 25 or 26? It was a lot. It was a lot of games. Like Brandon said, we had like 2-minute transition time between games. And Chaz helped with that too this year because he would just shout at us, and that's very helpful.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I would be eating a carrot, and he would be like, "Get the game," and I'd be like, "Okay."
Take a carrot with you and eat it on the way.
And like that's the kind of high-level thinking that I just don't have. Like,
I know.
Like I could eat the carrot and go get the game, but I don't think about that. 14 months from Fossix, who says, "Congrats on 47,000 for Extra Life. It was an honor to help transfer fan art and fan memes from the Twitters to the show, even if I got loopy towards the end." Fossix, thank you so much for being here and for giving of your time and efforts. We sincerely appreciate it.
I think that was kind of Fossix's role. And
Yeah.
Fossix, you did great with it.
You did great.
That was really great.
And like I was making suggestions for the future in the mod chat, and I was like, there could be like a queue, and then the mods were like, there was a queue, and I was like, see, I'm not even
that higher level thinking.
Well, I mean, like I wasn't the one doing that, so
Yeah.
of course they already had they made their own system.
Yeah.
That's the autonomy is so good.
Yeah.
There's so much autonomy. Like our people don't even know the behind the scenes stuff that like I don't tell them to do things. I'm just like, it would be nice if this, and then they figure out how to do it and they just do it. And I'm just like, wow, that's good. It would be cool if you guys did it this way. And they're like, we did. And I'm like, oh, well, good. There's so much stuff. And it's not just for, it's not even just for Extra Life, just in general on Twitch. The amount of autonomy is incredible. Anyway, I'm just really proud and thankful for the community and the people that we have. It's great. It's really great. We got 12 months from Sirius Kano. Sirius, thank you. And 500 bits from Jam, who says, hashtag Boyd had it coming. Hashtag Grandpa is no murderer. I really liked that part of the stream. That was one of the last parts before I went completely loopy. But I very vividly remember killing Boyd. I remember asking Chad, I was like, can I kill Boyd in the first mission? And everyone's like, yeah. And I'm like, good to know. And it was actually I think it was interesting for the chat too, because like, most people did not know that there was dialogue.
Keep your chin up. Boyd would have wanted it.
There was dialogue specifically written for the event that Boyd died in the first mission, which would have is impossible. Like you have to try to kill Boyd in the first mission.
Take away his weapons.
You have as many guys as the enemy has. Like there's no reason that you should lose. But when you take away someone's weapons and healing items, turns out they'll die. Who would have thought? We got 5 months from Mama Zelda. That's Emmy, who says, I just woke up. Well, Emmy, thanks for being here. Good morning. Are you drinking your coffee? Do you like coffee? I don't know if you like coffee. Some people do not care much for coffee, and that's fine. But I think
We know a few people who don't care for coffee at all, and then some who very much do.
I'd actually say half of our friends hate coffee.
Yeah.
Like half of them just
Yeah.
they nope right out of that. 14 months from D-Scoot. I actually get to catch a full breakfast stream because I fell and badly hurt my ankle. Aw. Well, I'm sorry that happened, but I'm glad that you get to relax and chill with us. Hopefully you recover quickly.
Mm-hmm.
We got 500 bits again from Jam. It says, so I see all the Phoenix Wright music on display today. Hoping for an aviary attorney first 20. Actually, that's a good reminder. I need to do a first 20 stream again because we're out of the first 20s. So I'm going to do a stream. I'm going to say it'll just not be today. It'll be tomorrow. I'll officially say it's tomorrow at some unknown time because I still have things I have to try and do. And if I commit to it today, I don't think it'll happen. So I'll just say tomorrow is far more likely. There's always a chance that tomorrow I'll tweet and be like, wait, no, can't. But tomorrow is what I'm going to be aiming for. Got to do Morning Mario today. So Mario today, stream tomorrow. Aviary Attorney is certainly a possibility. I got to look at the whole list. There's a few games I know I'm doing. I know I'm covering Mario and Sonic Olympic game, which I think actually comes out today. On in the world. There's another one I was definitely sure I was doing. Now I don't remember. We got 6 months, double plus from Galactic Remix. Yay, 6 months. So happy that having breakfast with my grandparents and fellow grandkids has become part of my Tuesday and Thursday routine. Me too. I've been happy to do it. I'm going to continue to do what I can. We got 13 months from Free Drummer. Free Drummer, thank you. And 2 months from Gamer Hooshu, who says, yay, 2 months. Thank you. Gold Mage gives a sub to Chicken Little. I welcome this. Thank you, Gold Mage. Welcome, Chicken Little. That's Spud Big Mama on your left. Moist Crunchy Potato gives a sub to Twitch Baby. It's Twitch Baby on your right. Thank you, Moist Crunchy. 14 months from Countermaster. Thank you, Counter. 300 bits from Gold Mage, who says, glad CL survived Extra Life. Was the first one I could actually contribute to. The Z-Cube didn't make it even after winning the first roulette. Now any chance you'd stream more of you playing the Eternal Darkness game? I was so sad to see that in 30 minutes we couldn't get to some of the really bizarre Eternal Darkness things.
Yeah. That
made me sad. But I'm glad that it got played. I'm glad that we ended up showing some of it. And if you change your mindset from on Extra Life to just think this is a series of retro first 20s, because it kind of is in a really weird way, then it's neat because you get to expose people to a bunch of games they've never seen or heard of. And Eternal Darkness is one of those. So because it does a lot of things. It's a fourth wall breaking game. It does things that a lot of games never tried. And that's why I think it's crazy. But yeah, the winner of the day in terms of weird games, Spiffla said, Odama. I've never played Odama. Jesus. Holy cow.
That was interesting. That was so interesting. It's hard.
Just wanted to do a special thank you to all of the Thanks Odama crowd, everyone who donated towards Odama, because otherwise I don't know if I would have ever played it. What a wild game. And it's so difficult. Chaz was telling me, he's like, I'm going to tell Thomas to start streaming that. I'm like, do it. Make him stream it so I can watch someone get good at Odama. Because, it's a game. It's a full-length game. The first and second levels are so hard.
Chaz was saying when you failed the first one the first time, he was worried.
That we wouldn't get through it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can only imagine how complicated the last level of that game must be.
Yeah.
Good God. Good Lord. Anyway. Gold Mage, thank you. We also got 500 bits from Penguin Frog. I fell asleep overnight and woke up to Steven singing Take On Me. It was a wake-up call. Yeah, I actually heard from a few people that they had fallen asleep near the end of the stream and woke up during the very last segment of, like, me singing and dancing on the crunchy dance pad.
Crunchy dance pad.
It is crunchy.
Yeah, even when the cats walked on it, it was crunchy.
Yeah, it was a crunchy little boy. Anyway, Take On Me was one of my biggest concerns because I know that's a notorious one in the YouTube library.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
We're gonna test some stuff before it gets onto YouTube. We got a 6-month resub from ML Finney. Hi folks, I won't be around much this month as I'm taking part in NaNoWriMo, where the goal is to write 50,000 words in 30 days. Wishing you both well, have a good month, and please pet the kitties for me. Well, thank you, Megan.
Good luck with the writing.
Yeah, and good luck with the writing. Shout out to everyone doing that. The November Writing Prompt Challenge, because I know we have some other writers in our midst. And it's great. It's really cool to go from one creative endeavor to another because October was Inktober, and I saw so much creativity flourishing and coming out of that, and to go straight into writing is good. Anything that promotes the arts, I'm down. Let's see here. We got 13 months from Xenomonicals, who says 13 months is way too many. Why, Stephen? Why? Also, congrats on Extra Life. Thank you, Xeno. 300 bits from The Ether is Real. I would hope to know the difference between food and a meal. That is hard to word correctly. Food is a thing you eat. A meal is a person who visits. But a meal is a food you eat at a designated time that is constituted of various foods to equal a meal. It's very hard to explain. 510 bits from Jesse Anorak, who says, I love this setting. Please do more of the natural light thing. That is actually a long-term goal. So, anyone who really likes this, the answer is I do too. One of our long-term goals is to set up our dining room to do breakfast stream in. I would love to do that. It's just not currently feasible. We have the one stream box, and hauling it up and down the stairs multiple times a week is not ideal. But eventually, there is a good chance that we will have a second, more game-oriented stream box, and that will just stay upstairs to do game streams. And down here would be for breakfast stream. Because I love the natural light. It really does make it feel more like morning. Yeah. As opposed to, we've closed all of the windows.
There's only one window upstairs.
And done everything we could to make sure that no natural light comes in, and then you turn on the lights. It's great that you can control the environment, but the downside, of course, is that there's no natural light. 500 bits also from Penguin Frog, who says, also shout out to Chaz for being a good sport with sunshine. Yeah, and also shout out to him for making me laugh so hard with how he did the blooper race. Because, like, that was good. That was
really good.
And then shout out to Dan for being legit good.
Yeah.
At Sunshine. He was so worried, and, like, he didn't even think about the fact he had the experience. He's put in a lot of hours into Odyssey.
Like, should I practice?
Like,
in case
people don't know. Dan was legit worried. Like, he had some level of anxiety about the fact that people were donating towards Sunshine to see him and Chaz do it. And he was worried for nothing. Like, he did fine. Yeah. He did absolutely fine. Anyway. And then we also have a sub from Eagle Lover 94. Eagle Lover, thanks. And I did it. I got through alerts.
Good job.
Streamlabs might be broken or something, and I might have missed some, but I'm pretty sure I did it.
Oh.
Pretty sure I did. Chaz says, I was not worried. I knew I was going to be bad, and you people would have to deal with it because you made me do it. That's the spirit. Dan was great the whole day, and always smiling. Yeah, Dan has a such a good aura. I think that's the word I want. Like,
Yeah.
just positive. He's a person you want to have around just because, like, he's always getting in there and, like, contributing and helping. And he's so friendly and so happy and just genuinely wants to help and be of service and assistance. And he was such a good addition to Extra Life last year, and such a wonderful, needed experience this year as well. Dan is the best sort of people. Thank you, Halaloth. Yes. Dan's not here this morning, but I hope his ears are burning. Is it burning or bleeding? Burning, right?
Burning, ringing.
Ringing. I hope his ears are bleeding. I hope he's laying in bed and his ears are just all over the pillow. It's not quite the same thing. 500 bits from Jam, who says, thanks to one and all for an amazing, riveting Extra Life, where I had no time to eat or pee out of fear of a Snail Fantasy happening and missing it. P.S. Is Friday going to be a stream day, or is this week off? So that's a good question. Normally we would stream, but I think we are going to we very likely are going to take Friday off.
You could stream.
I could, and I might. Mm-hmm. I might. There's a possibility. We'll see what happens. But you have a doctor's appointment.
Yes.
On Friday. We might talk about more about that on Thursday. But Mouse got a doctor appointment, and I don't know if she'll feel up to doing a stream that night. So I might, or if you're like blah, I might just chill out with you.
Okay.
So, but after this week, I would say with some level of certainty, we're going to be trying to stick with Friday as much as possible. And I'm hoping that there will just always be something. So, Toadlink says, make first 20 stream on Friday. Could do that, but then I wouldn't have first 20 for Friday. So it's like making those decisions. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And if we don't this week, then we'll try and do something next week. I've got so many ideas. So many ideas for like full series, and then also I got a huge list of games that would make good one-offs or two-offs, things that would take 2 weeks to do. So, yeah. A lot of good ideas.
Yeah.
And did we even tell them about the break that we took the other
Sunday? When Sagan was sick?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
we talked about I was going to say, because we played BioShock.
Yeah.
And it broke.
Yeah.
Stupid, worthless garbage. I won't get into that again, but don't buy the remastered version of BioShock for PC.
People were asking if Kepi was sick because he threw up during the stream.
I don't think it was sick. He didn't exhibit any behaviors of being sick. I think it was just too much.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, our wonderful little boys decided to stick with us the whole day. And
all of Extra Life.
They didn't go into any other rooms and lay down, which is a little unusual. And I guess they just really wanted to be around us. But like because of that, there was just so much excitement. They didn't really sleep a whole lot.
Yeah, they were kind of like overly tired toddlers.
Yeah.
Like when because Dan slept a little bit and then he went home Sunday morning. And when he was getting ready to go out the door, Kepler used the scratching post, and his nail got stuck. Like, sometimes that happens. Mm-hmm. And he can get it undone. But he just, like, freaked out, like, whining, like, help.
It was
and, like,
wild.
Kind of freaking out over it.
Yeah.
He was just so tired.
Yeah. And I really think the cats did not sleep all that much through Extra Life.
And they could have gone in our bedroom or
they had so many places to go and to get away from the noise and the light, and they just didn't. And I'm like, all right, whatever you want. But for Kepi, like I think it was just too much excitement, and he ended up puking. Yeah. So. But
they were good boys otherwise. They weren't like getting into too much.
No, I mean, honestly, considering the fact that it was 20 hours. They did great.
Yeah.
They did really great. And we had the clickers just in case because they can't get up on the equipment. Like we cannot risk them
turning off the game.
Turning off anything and stopping things. But no, they were fine.
Yeah.
They actually did really, really good. 510 bits from Jesse, who says, Steven, you could easily do a Smash Ultimate patron battle arena stream. I would actually just like to do Smash in general. It's hard to do... I have so many ideas for various things, and finding the time to do them is hard, because right now, the thing I can commit to is Friday.
Yeah.
And it's hard to commit to anything other than that. We've now added First 20 as a monthly thing, and, like, I'm balancing in that, but I can't go any further. But, yeah, possibly as, like, a one-off thing, I could do more Smash Ultimate. And Chad is saying, but slam me, Shrek. Yeah, that game, that was an interesting fighting game.
Yeah.
Shrek Super Slam was a decision that some devs made, I guess. So what in like the win conditions in that game were wild. Can you even call it a fighting game? I guess you fight. It was an interesting thing. We also have 500 bits from Jam, who says, one last kudos to Mal for performing an amazing Material Girl karaoke while on the crunchy pad. It is worth the wait till the end, along with Dust in the Wind. More proof Steven needs a slower singing song.
See, Steven can actually sing. I can't sing.
I mean, I grew up in a musical home.
Yeah.
There was a lot of singing. My mom can sing. My dad can sing. My mom plays piano. My dad plays trumpet, actually. He hasn't touched it in a long time, but, you know, a lot of music. So, yeah, you did good, though. You did good. And I enjoyed singing Dust in the Wind. I'm sad that there wasn't a step file for it, because I wanted to dance to Dust in the Wind. Everyone's favorite Kansas song to dance to.
I mean, you could have just stood on the mat and hit left and right, like...
Yeah. I know. And Zach is here. Master Starman says, are you excited for the Terry Bogard news tomorrow? I am. I'm not going to be doing a reaction to that news. And if anyone hasn't seen the news about the new Smash DLC character is coming, and they're doing like a whole stream that's focused solely on that. And I'm interested in the information, and I'll either get the bullet points or watch the stream myself, but I don't plan on doing a reaction to like all the in-depth, like this is how he plays. I'd rather do it to like a reveal for a character or something. But good character choice. And we still have one more.
And didn't they say more, but it would be part of the 5 Smash Pass thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
There is currently no planned end to Smash DLC. And I'm like, good.
Yeah.
Good. That sounds great. So it must be making Nintendo enough money that they were like, yeah, keep doing this. I'm like, I'm down for that. Shoot, put more characters in what just became the best-selling fighting game of all time. They just announced that cool. Like a few days ago or something. Mm-hmm. That it was the best-selling. I don't know if it's the best-selling or the highest-grossing or whatever, but some sort of award like that. And that tells you everything you need to know about why there's more DLC coming.
Yeah. Like
the game is literally printing money for Nintendo, so they're gonna keep making DLC. And I'm like, cool, man. It's a high-quality game. It's a AAA game. It is, in my humble opinion, the best. I mean, you have to like the genre, but it's the best game on the Switch. And I'm all in on more DLC. Bring it on. 300 bits from Satsy, who says, grats on Extra Life. I haven't been here all hour, but grats. Well, welcome, Satsy. And also, we had daylight savings time, which might explain why people missed.
That was a thing. Yeah.
Because we went backwards an hour, which means we are starting early. So everyone who doesn't have daylight savings time is showing up right now.
That was a good Nightbot command, whoever did that. The time one.
It is currently 9:54 in Stevenland. Thank you,
Like, I know it's for people who are, not in Eastern time, or it's hard to count, like, if you're in Europe. That was a good idea.
Yeah. Nuntaku just came in a little late. And asking how much we raised for Extra Life. We don't have the full total yet. It's 47
5.
47,500 right now, but we're expecting that number to go up a little bit in the next day or two as we get a more finalized total. So we'll see what happens. Sassy said that they were in a meeting. Or waiting on a meeting. Expecting a meeting to happen. Oh. Well, other people are definitely going to be late because of daylight savings time. 510 bits from Jesse says, I mean, do that as your stream for Friday. It's a possibility. It's certainly a possibility. I don't know for sure. And there's a chance I may not be doing any stream Friday because I might be hanging out with Mal. But at least like sometime between like here and the end of the year, like those Friday streams, I don't think we're going to jump into another like multi-week series game like Link's Awakening that soon. So they could be a variety of things. They might be one-off games. They might be Smash battles or Mario Kart or something like that, like interactive things with chat. So there's a few possibilities. So it could be Friday, but there's also the chance that I might not.
Yeah.
I might not. Depends how you're feeling. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I suspect, just call it a hunch. I suspect you will not want to do.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't.
But it does affect whether or not I want to be with you and provide you some level of comfort. If you are heavily distressed, I will not stream because I want to be
I don't think I'm gonna go be heavily
well,
distressed.
you might. You don't know. You might be like, and I'll have to be like, oh honey, it's okay. You don't know. But if you're like, oh I'm fine, then I might be like, peace. Figure it out. I'm trying to think what else there is to announce. November's kind of like.
I tried so hard to get my painting done before Extra Life.
Oh yeah, that.
And I didn't, and it was very frustrating to me because I worked very hard on it. And there's a lot of little parts, and there's only like 3 little parts left, and then it's done. But like, I was so mad.
Yeah, Mal, it
at myself mad.
Well, it's not an ideal situation when the painting for October is coming out in November.
Yeah.
But in your defense, it's a very complicated painting.
Yeah.
But
I really like it.
I love it. I really love it. It's actually a painting. We'll throw out a hint. It's a painting based on a game that Mal has already painted. Mm-hmm. So this will be her second painting from this series. And it was an idea for the painting that I had for the when you were doing the first one, but you ended up doing the first one instead. Yeah. And now you've got this one coming out, and it's really good. It's very complex, and it'll be out as soon as it's out, hopefully by the end of the week.
Yeah.
And then jumping into November.
Yep.
You got this.
Yeah.
You got this. It's
also rocks.
It's good.
Brandon says.
Also rocks.
There's a lot of rocks.
Mal has gotten so good at painting rocks. You're really like I remember back in that moment in time you working on the Shadow of the Colossus painting and just having breakdowns over the fact like, oh my god, why did I do this? This painting is nothing but rocks, and I can't paint rocks. But now you can paint rocks. This painting
is a lot of rocks, and
you're just I mean that's the thing. If you're struggling with something, you've got to force yourself to do it, and you get better. You get better. Odama painting when, Mal? I mean, it would be interesting. I don't know the level of demand there is for Odama paintings. But it's certainly an interesting game. Also, what a weird game. How did we get that game? Yeah. How did that get localized?
Is that like a dream someone had and was like, I need to make this again?
That's a weird game for Japan.
And I know, but then they were like, localize this one based on Japanese medieval time, but it's pinball.
For what it's worth, the localization seemed fairly easy because they didn't dub anything. They kept all of the audio. Yeah. It's just there's text on screen in English, but still, like, what a weird choice. What a weird choice. But yeah, Mal will be working on her painting. Hopefully by the end of the week that'll be out. November is going to look a lot pretty similar on Stephen Plays, just because it's going to be a lot of sunshine and Link's Awakening.
Yep.
And, I hope I'll have more to announce regarding this first 20 stream as soon as I can. Like I said, after this stream is over, I got to take this... I gotta take everything upstairs and get it reset up. Recording Morning Mario for next week today, and then hopefully I can get things set up to do a stream for tomorrow. That would be the most ideal thing. It's breakfast. It's 1,000 bits from Penguin Frog. And 1,000 bits to celebrate the fact that I got Christmas week off, and this is going to be the first Christmas vacation I'm taking in a year. Well, that is awesome. Christmas week. Yeah, getting an entire week off is preferable
and at the holidays.
to
that's
a day.
awesome.
That's awesome. Well, I hope you enjoy your vacation. I'm actually looking forward to Christmas too, just because Thanksgiving especially also, but Christmas Day more so is like it's just a very relaxing time for me.
Yeah.
Even if it's just one day, the holiday season is warm and feels nice.
Yeah. And
also,
if our
living here,
friends
it's usually
come from-
literally
If our friends
warm.
come for New Year's,
I mean,
that's not set in stone at all. That was
no,
just like,
that
hey.
was an announcement you made. That was a choice that you said. There is no guarantee. In fact, it's not even likely.
Yeah.
It was a weird choice for you to
Yeah.
to say. But yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's probably not, but maybe. Possibly. Loose lips sink ships. It's not even that. It's not like a secret thing. It's just that from what we've discussed with some of our friends, like it doesn't seem likely.
At the very least, we're having a New Year's party.
Yeah, locally.
Yeah.
Locally, we'll probably have some folks over.
Yeah.
But anyone expecting ChefCon shouldn't.
Yeah.
There's too much going on. Too many other people are busy around the holidays. All right, folks. I think we're all set.
HRF8 says, Grandma's just lonely. We never get visitors anymore. I feel that. When we dropped Chaz off yesterday, I was like, oh.
We have visitors all the time. You just look out the window and see the golf carts going by.
Yeah.
They're not visiting us,
I've seen
but they're...
about 7 already this morning.
Good weather for it.
Yeah.
Good weather for it. 1,000 bits from Jesse Anabrak. I have these bits simply for the fact that I really enjoy your personalities and calming voices for when I'm at work. Aw.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse. Yeah, I hope that for you and anyone else who, is at work and is watching either blatantly or in secret, that we can do something to, contribute to your day in some way. Hopefully start your day off right. So thank you, and I appreciate it. And then also 500 bits from Jam, who says, Rip, Steven's plan of becoming a recluse for the rest of the year. Have a great day and hope all goes well. Well, it's a very small amount of time, like a day. But yeah, I'll just tell you, I'm proud to announce there's nothing going on for the rest of the year. Now that Extra Life is over, we're not traveling, we're not doing anything, and I'm just going to be focusing on catching up on all the things.
We had some pipe dreams of stuff, but that's not going to happen.
There's some stuff that I'm just like, that can wait till 2020.
Yeah.
That can easily wait until 2020, because good Lord, I do not want to even think about leaving the house.
Yeah.
It's just, don't need to. All right, folks. I'll end it here. Thank you all for being here this morning. We will be back on Thursday. And
you said maybe tomorrow?
Yeah, and I personally am hoping to do a first 20 stream tomorrow. We'll see if that is possible. I don't know yet. But I'll announce it on Twitter or something if I think I can do that. And also the other thing, there was some frame rate issues in the first 20 stream we did before, and we've since fixed that. So no more frame rate issues. My apologies to everyone who attempted to enjoy the ukulele presentation, because like that had so much movement and had a lot of frame rate issues, and we've since fixed that, so it shouldn't be an issue anymore. Anyway, all right, that is it. Thanks for watching. We will see you Thursday for sure, and tomorrow maybe.